Andreas, what is the purpose of Steiner's 6 basic exercises?
Purpose, okay. When you are going to make you spiritual sensitive, there is a problem, I think, because if you become more and more sensitive and you don't do anything to stabilize yourself, you will end in psychiatry.
Psychiatry.
Psychiatry. And on the other side, if you stabilize you totally and do not do anything of sensitivity, then you end as a manager in banking or something like that. And there have to be an equilibrium between both. To make exercises for sensitivity, we call it normally meditation, and exercises for stability. Rudolf Steiner there gives a canon of exercises, mainly use the 6 exercises: concentration, equilibrium, objectivity, will control, and feeling control, and so on. And in my life, mainly I should say before, they are very different. Some exercises you can exercise in your bed or in your room or where you are, and other exercises are social ones. They are not easy to work with if you are alone. So you have someone with whom you can talk. For example, for equilibrium, to be quiet is not difficult if you are alone. Sometimes it's difficult too, but normally one get excited if someone other is angry or something like that. And there the exercise starts. So some exercises are social one, but for me the first the start of all, or start before meditation, was concentration exercise. I used a spoon. There's important that this very boring thing, so that it is not attractive to think about, and should be man-made, so that the thoughts you wave around are not too difficult. And I used this spoon 10 years every day. So I think I had thought every thought I know about spoon, and it was very boring. And I learned as more as the exercise is boring, as more it is an exercise. And I learned a lot of inner influence to disturb the concentration. For example, a question: did anyone ever saw how an Ablenkung, or what is it, a deviation is arise? And I say no. I think no one knows or recognizes when a deviation arises in the consciousness, because the character of the deviation is I'm not consciousness. I'm not awake, because I do something what I don't want to do. I want to think about a spoon, and I think about the liquid in the spoon, and this liquid is very sour, and sour is bad. I'm so bad today, and so on. So I start to question, how is a deviation introduced and learned a lot of good and bad beings, which try to work with us. Mm-hmm. The bad beings are trying to remove my I or my initiative from my consciousness and set themselves instead of. And the good beings, they have quite a completely other style of working. They work, pictorially or imaginative spoken, behind and are waiting whether I come with an initiative, and then they make with this initiative something more than is I would expect. If someone is aware in his working, he will recognize that it's very often that something happens. Mm-hmm. For example, if one talk, for me, it's often when I talk, I hear what I say and I'm wondering what I'm saying. Didn't think that before. So this kind of inspiration is an improvement of that what I want, really the opposite to the deviation where I do something what I not want. So the concentration exercise is not primary for knowledge and for double investigation, but I have misused it, and I'm very happy that I did that. The main thing is to learn: do I what I want, or what I want, or are I dunning, or no? What is the passive?
Someone else done it through me.
Yeah. I'm only the participator on the work in my consciousness, and not the actor. So, okay, so this is a little excursus of the concentration exercise. It seems that this exercise is for men not so difficult. A lot of women told me that the exercise, that's terrible exercise. And the opposite is by the will exercise. The will exercise is very easy. You choose some action which has no meaning for your life. For example, every day at 11 o'clock, you put your finger on the nose. And this exercise is very difficult for men. But for women, it seems it's not so difficult. So everyone has its special exercise. And for example, the objectivity exercise is very difficult, because if I ask myself, am I really objective now? It could be that it's totally subjective, and I do not recognize it. I learned in this part, when I shame about myself, this is in my life really in the neighborhood of objectivity. So when I look at me and see, oh no, that's not the best way you went. There are this an indication that the objectivity is not so far away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the equilibrium is a difficult exercise, because some phlegmatic people have no exaltation, and they're always equilibrium. And so they have to learn to explode. Mm-hmm. I would say that this belongs also to the equilibrium. On the other hand, the exploding people can learn if someone is embarrassed and say all the shame to me. I have learned to hear with big ears what is really my problem and what is only his projection. So if these nice situations that someone tells you all the shame, you can learn a lot. And this needs equilibrium to be open in that situation and not to go in attack. Yeah, and the reconstitution or review of the day, the seventh exercise, is a very good one for people who do computer works. There was a question, is computer work and meditation in any kind compatible?
Mm-hmm.
And
very good question, yeah.
I would say yes, it is, but you have to make a pause or a cesura, what is it in English? Something like that.
To make a stop or to make a border, to put borders?
Yeah, you have to make a stop with the computer-like thinking. For those who are not programmer like me, it's like playing chess or perhaps like knitting. If you do always the same and can't stop. And this is also by programmers that they take their problems into their bed and can't sleep because the problem goes ahead. And there it is necessary to make a stop and to use or to use meditation text, which is which has the character of deepening. Most computer problems are not deepable, not you can't find lower layers, but in meditation you can, and this is a help to stop these rotational and rotational consciousness, and to come to a quietness. And there a step to achieve this is to review the day. Because when you go to review the day, you have to take also a little abstraction, a little distance to what has happened. And this helps to dilute the hard connection to the everyday life, to become a little bit elastic or more free to what has happened the day over. And this is necessary if you are used to work in computational thoughts and in IT business. On the other hand, in IT, if you are a good programmer, you have a good imagination. It's technical imagination, but you are able to visualize processes and then to form in a program. So it has also some nice aspects, computering.
Good. Is it your own research about that the programmers that they have a good imagination?
Yes. I know that because I know. Oh, yes, I see no picture now. I know that because I learned a lot when I was in when I'm doing programming. You have to make an imagination of the problem, and then you can fold it down into a programming language and so on.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you about these 6 basics exercises. Thank you. That was very important theme.